Good evening, friends. Welcome to episode 36 of the SuperLarz vlog. Today's episode starts off here below Crystal Pier. We have started many episodes upstairs, up on the pier, and now today, starting out below. If you look beyond all of the wood columns down here, you can see the ocean. It is going to be a short episode today, but I'm inviting you to join me. So buckle up, strap in, put on some flip-flops, and let's go. There are actually a lot of people just hanging out under the pier today because it is hot. I mentioned briefly yesterday while we were at SeaWorld that there is a heat wave coming in this week. It is supposed to last all week, and I was struggling trying to decide what we were going to do for today's video. Previously, we have been up there on the pier recording down towards the beach. Today, we are on the beach, recording up towards the pier. Living in a beach community has pros and cons, much like most other places. One of the big cons that exist, at least in this beach community, is there is almost no air conditioning. So when it is extremely hot, it is tough to cool down. But there's one place that we can go to chill out. I am not necessarily a beach person, but on days like today, sometimes you just gotta dip your feet in the water to keep cool. Much earlier today, one of my friends asked me if I wanted to go to the beach for a little bit, and I turned them down because I had some errands to run, and I also wasn't sure if I was going to go to the Padres game today, which I ultimately did not go to. But when I got home, I decided, you know what? A nice beach walk sounds like a good idea. Even the birds are towing the water line, trying to stay cool. It is almost 5:30 p.m. and there are still a ton of people on the beach. That's how you know it's hot. As I mentioned earlier, I do not come to the beach nearly as often as maybe I should, given how close I live. I'm not a big fan of just sitting on the beach, but sometimes a nice long walk on the beach is exactly what the doctor and the weatherman ordered. Today, the area where the wet sand is a little bit steeper than normal, which typically indicates a pretty rough surf. Looking out at the waves, they don't look too bad. The lifeguards did just make an announcement about strong currents today. They want to keep everyone in no deeper than waist deep. And you know what? There are quite a few large waves, and they're coming in pretty quick. I grew up on the East Coast where the seagulls were much skinnier and louder. Here on the West Coast, they are much thicker, not quite as aggressive, and a heck of a lot quieter. When I was much younger, we used to get to go to the beach every summer. Kind of took it for granted. Back then, I used to like the beach at least for a couple hours. Of course, then we called it the shore, as in the Jersey Shore. Not like the TV show. We used to go to different cities, but they were at the Jersey Shore nonetheless. Back then, I was much more into the boardwalk and going on the rides and things like that. I still like the boardwalk more so typically for the snacks than the rides these days. One of the reasons this vlog is a daily vlog and exists and goes up every day is basically to challenge myself to get out of the house every single day, because there are days when we all tend to feel a little bit lazy or like we don't feel like doing anything, especially after work, maybe a long day of work. You don't want to go out and walk around and put in the steps that you should put in. So I decided to start the vlog so every day I would have to go out and do something. And friends, today was not a work day, but it was definitely a day that I wouldn't have left the house if I didn't have to go out and film a vlog. And so I super appreciate everyone who has stopped by over the last 36 days, 36 episodes, given the thumbs up, commented, or subscribed. And if you have not yet done so, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. We are gaining a new subscriber every couple days. a couple subscribers every couple days, and it really helps. We've got to build towards 1,000 subs over the next 6 or 7 months. So if you have not yet subscribed, please hit that button. It's free and it helps out the channel quite a bit. I had friends who wanted to go to Disneyland today, but it is over 100 degrees there, so that's not going to happen. I also thought about maybe going up to the top of Mount Soledad and doing a sunset video from there. However, I didn't want to wait till that late to get a video in because, like I said, just feeling a little bit lazy today. And if I would have waited, there's a good chance, at least a possible chance, that I would not have ended up filming a vlog. So I decided to get off the couch, get outside. As I was leaving the house, the plan was still to go up to Mount Soledad and take some footage and document some of the memorial there. But as I exited the house, I decided, heck it, let's go for a beach walk. I brought one of the waterproof cameras, but I decided kind of since after I got here that I was not going to necessarily record any footage with it. I have not yet really figured out how to edit the footage with that camera, so I don't want to necessarily commit the time to that today. But we are going to have to get that figured out over the next couple weeks because we are going to need that camera for what we have planned in early September. In Mission Beach and Pacific Beach, we get all of this crazy seaweed all the time. Some of it kind of looks like alien technology, but it is just some exotic plant life from under the sea. I feel like if you threw that on your head and kind of wore it as like a headdress, you could definitely be some killer alien, maybe like a predator type creature hunting down humanity. Speaking of Halloween, time is absolutely flying by. As we saw yesterday, SeaWorld already has some of their Halloween decorations up. I think many of the other theme parks have theirs up already and are already doing Halloween parties. There is something that feels wrong about Halloween encroaching into August. I am a big fan of Halloween and Halloween time, but it is too hot for that, and it is too early for Halloween. I keep getting all of these notifications on my phone for NFL preseason games, and I feel like the Super Bowl just happened. But I guess we are approaching that time of year where the NFL season starts. The baseball season is definitely winding down. I typically travel to a couple NFL games, at least one, usually more than one, for the team that I follow. I don't have anything planned this year, unfortunately. A lot of the scheduling just is not in my favor. I will be going to several games for one of the Los Angeles teams that I do have tickets for. However, they're certainly not my team, but I do enjoy going to NFL games. So I continue to have those season tickets, and I have had those since they moved to Los Angeles. I'm not sure what we'll do for the rest of the week with the vlog. Tomorrow will be a Tech Tuesday. I have had something in my possession for probably a week now, almost at least, that I have been waiting patiently to open for tomorrow's vlog. So we'll get that unboxed. We'll do an unboxing. I don't know that we'll do the full setup because, spoiler alert, it is a cell phone, and obviously there's a lot of personal information involved in setting up a cell phone. So we'll probably just do the unboxing. It'll probably be a very short video. Hopefully we'll get at least one day of pickleball in this week. I'm not sure if it'll make it on the vlog. I think I will also potentially attend Wednesday's Padres game. It'll be the last game that I can attend for about a month because the next homestand I will be traveling and I will not be able to attend any of the games. I have had Padres season tickets for 11 or 12 years, and I think for better or worse, this is going to be the last season. They have raised the prices so significantly over that time frame, more than double almost 3 times as much as they cost 10 years ago. I know prices have gone up in a lot of different areas, but they have gotten a little bit excessive, and really the value is no longer there. I am sad to give it up, but sometimes you got to be able to move on. Regardless, I do want to go to a few more games this season. They are doing well. They may make the playoffs. Not sure if I will even get the playoff tickets. The last time that they made the playoffs, I think the entire playoff stretch cost over $5,000, so it's quite an increase, quite an expense. Either way, we'll go enjoy some more games this year. Probably vlog at least 1, maybe 2 more. We'll see. Next weekend, I was thinking about maybe doing a few episodes from Los Angeles. Unsure yet. Again, there are no set in stone plans. Things can certainly change, but in 2 weeks, or I guess I should say 2 Fridays from now, about 12 days, it'll be Saturday on the vlog. I'm actually going to finally take my first trip in quite a long time. It's been over 5 months since I've been on an airplane, and traditionally I usually go somewhere almost every month. So it's been a while. I decided to do summer in San Diego because, and again, this is another spoiler alert, and may or may not happen, plans are in flux. This might be my last summer in San Diego. Way out there in the distance, you can see a sailboat. Friends, we have covered quite a bit of ground today. I know it was nothing super exciting, but it is a hot day, and sometimes there is just nothing that beats a long walk on the beach. I appreciate you guys hanging out. Please make sure you do hit that subscribe button, give the video a thumbs up, and comment down below on some of your fondest childhood beach or ocean memories. And I'll catch you guys on the next episode.
I was swinging along, minding my business, when suddenly out of the blue, just like a present from heaven, beautiful, wonderful you. The clouds disappeared and the birds started singing a beautifully wonderful tune, for no other song could be worthy of beautiful, wonderful you. Now who could have thought this could happen? Who would have ever believed? Could it be true that someone like you could fall for somebody like me? I'll swing along happy as ever, no longer lonely or blue.